Thanks for joining us to hear a little bit more about salary packaging and to make sure that you don't miss out on thousands of dollars of tax savings. So Joanne Tonetti, Senior Financial Planner, and I will be answering some questions for you and providing you with some great information. Please feel free to share the link to this presentation with anybody that you think will get some value from it. So just firstly, before we start, please don't go ahead and do anything without seeking some advice. The information we're giving you is general and it's designed to give you background and tips and hints and to identify things to be aware of, not for you to take our presentation and go away and do something to your packaging account. So get some help and some advice before you make any changes. So we're going to cover packaging tips and traps. The 31st of March deadline is fast approaching. So the next week to 10 days is your last opportunity to get reimbursements in and make sure you get your money back tax-free. We're going to cover how to get 2 tax-free thresholds in 1 year. And this is something we often do to help our clients. And really, if you do get those 2 tax-free thresholds, you could really be getting, depending on your marginal tax rate, a very large tax saving, and we're going to show you how to do that and ideas as to how we've used that for our clients in the past. So Jo might just cover with you some little tips and traps here. So I hand over to Jo.
Thanks, Carolyn. So as we mentioned, the 31st of March is sprinting towards us. So please don't leave any money in your account over the shoulder of now and into the 1st of April. If, for example, you stayed in hospital accommodation throughout the last fringe benefit tax year, please check with payroll. If you've worked for a non-public hospital, such as the Greenslopes Hospital, then we need to talk. Don't package anything that you would otherwise claim a tax deduction for. And if you leave Queensland Health during the packaging year, please get some advice and just reach out and shoot us a quick email, text, phone call, so that we can get ahead of that change and make sure that we don't get trapped.
Thanks, Jo. So the most important thing to do right now is log on to your salary packaging account. If you can't do that, hop on the phone and ring your salary packaging provider, or if you're one of our clients, send a quick email in. If we've got an authority, we can check for you, or if you happen to be a Smart Salary member, we can log on with an authority and check your balance and help you out. So there's 2 key concepts that you need to sort of understand for packaging. So the first one is the available balance that you have in your salary packaging account. So your salary packaging account is just like a bank account, and each fortnight you've nominated an amount of money to go before tax dollars straight into your salary packaging account, and that's really cash. And this is what we're talking about when we're saying, what is your available balance? So it means how much cash have you got sitting in your salary packaging account right now? Now, the thing that makes the difference as to how much money you can get back is the cap limit. So this is how much money you've already had reimbursed year to date compared to the maximum that you can get. So for most people, that's $9,010 in salary. But for people who do work for Life Flight and some of the non-taxable organisations that are charities, it might be as much as $17,600 in pay a year. So the first thing to do when you're checking your packaging account is look at how much cash is in there in your available balance and what cap limit remains. So how much can you get back right now before the 31st of March? Now, if you do happen to have more money in your packaging account than you can get out before the 31st of March, don't worry, it's not going to disappear. And it will be available for you on the 1st of April to get out straight away. And you can do things like back catch-up payments for rent or your mortgage or any expense that you've had. You can lodge it, and on the 1st of April, you can get that money out. Importantly, it'll be out of next year's packaging cap limit. So that means we need to deal with your deductions. We need to reduce your deductions for the coming year if you've got more cash in there than the cap limit. This all sounds a bit confusing, but don't worry, we're experts in doing this. We manage hundreds of packaging accounts for people, so we can really help you to get as much money back as possible and to get it out as fast as possible in the new tax year. Don't listen to people who might tell you to send money back through payroll and pay tax on it. That's the worst possible outcome. There's only very rare circumstances where you should send money back through payroll. And don't listen to advice where someone says to you, oh, just put it into super, because we need to make sure you haven't exceeded your contribution cap limit. So most importantly, if you've got a lot of money in your packaging advice, you need help. And you can get lots of it out tax-free without sending it back through payroll or locking it up into super. So don't forget, the deadline's coming. Check your account. Don't panic if you've got lots of money in there. Get some help. And there's always the 1st of April for you to get money out. So Jo, this is the 2 tax-free thresholds is a great strategy we've used for a lot of our new doctors starting and for sort of one-off things. So maybe I'll hand over to you to talk a little bit about this strategy.
Wonderful. So a lot of people don't realise, Carolyn, that there's two tax years, the fringe benefits tax year and the income tax year. And the really unique, or the people in the know, what we know is that they can create an opportunity for you to compress your packaging over the FBT year and again in the new FBT year from April to June. So this is an opportunity for any newer doctors, doctors who have arrived from overseas, where you've got this shoulder and this window of opportunity to compress the 2 lots of 9,000 into the 1 tax year. So it's about needing a plan of how to do this and to calculate it. So it's not something that if you simply reach out to Smart Salary or RamServe that they will be in a position to help. They're facilitators, they're administrators, not advisors. So it's also important to note that it's one thing to make the contributions into your salary packaging account, but it's another thing to get the money back out. So the worst case scenario would be having money stuck in there and no plan to get the money back out. So we very closely manage this opportunity and make sure the deductions are correct so that you can have the best opportunity to get the most tax back. So similarly, if you know that you're on a contract with Queensland Health and at some point within the next tax year you'll be leaving, or in the situation where you're departing Australia, and that might be happening in September or August, that's also another opportunity for us to get this packaging right so that you can tweak it and get every last possible dollar tax-free while you're here or with Queensland Health.
Yeah, that's a great opportunity. I actually had a client at one time who was going into private practice as a GP, and they did the right thing, came to talk to us in plenty of time, and we actually compressed their packaging and they saved $3,800, which paid the removalist for their relocation to the new site. And if they hadn't come to see us, they wouldn't have done that. And it's a pure tax saving and a lost opportunity if you don't do it before you leave or if you start at Queensland Health partway through the year. So, I think if you're on the top marginal tax rate, it could be as much as $8,469 if you compress the 2 packaging thresholds between 1st of January and 30th of June. So it's a big opportunity, and it can fund school fees at the start of the year, holidays, and really it's a little known way to manage things. I've actually had one of our clients pay off their car loan because they said, I really want to get rid of this car loan because I want to get into my first home and I can't get a home loan because I've got a car loan. And so we compressed the packaging, paid off the $6,000, over 6 fortnights, $1,000 a fortnight. in pre-tax dollars, and the car loan was gone and you can move on. So advice first is always important before doing anything with packaging accounts. But now's a really important time to check it, get help if you need it. And look, we've got years of experience in helping our clients navigate the packaging maze. And look, as if you're a WealthMed client already, when we review your financial affairs every year, we check your salary packaging account. So it happens as part of what we do as a service for our clients. It can be really tricky to get the best out of this. So if you haven't got somebody looking after you while you're looking after everybody else, then, you know, just getting this right each year is a tax saving of $3,500 minimum. So it's really worth paying advisors to get this for you if that's all we do. Things change, fringe benefits rates change, tax rates change. You know, there are all sorts of things that do change, and therefore keeping in touch with someone that can help you continue to benefit is a good thing, and that's what we're here for. So, you know, contact us, send an email in, or give us a call if you need some help with packaging. And we hope that you've got a lot out of our little session today. We do have a fantastic little booklet that is a bit more detailed packaging information that's produced in that booklet. So if you would like it, our salary packaging tips and hints book, send a quick email to info@wealthmed.com.au and request the packaging tips and hints book. Otherwise, call us if you want to make a quick 15-minute chat via Zoom, or come and have a coffee in the client cafe if you need help with your packaging for this year. We're right here. We'd love to help you. And we will be putting out more information in the near future. Thanks for watching our webinar today.